I don't know
and I don't
anything
like
about
it that way.
taxes. I hate them completely.
Yeah, I mean, they should. I mean, there should be a 20% fucking business tax.
I'm sure
that these
they're
people
fine.
have to pay. I mean, these multimillionaire businesses only pay $750 every
Well,
30
so
days in
yeah,
taxes.
my concern is that a lot of people, I'm sure, open up businesses that they just launder money through, and basically, I want to have income tax on businesses and hopefully dissuade people from doing that. You know, because if
I'll
they're
back
making,
you in that. I
you know,
agree 100%, but you are not going to be popular with business owners if you pull the trigger on that shit.
I'm not going to get too much into it, but the tax system that I'm working with the DIC is favorable to small businesses. So which is the majority of businesses
part of the
in Los Santos. I've been working with Dr. Lucy, if you guys are familiar with her.
Is she a judge?
No.
Dr. Lucy sounds like she runs a talk show that is on Wednesday afternoons.
She is with the DIC, but she also works for Pillbox.
Gotcha. I'm just kind of curious because I thought the
Lucy
DIC got
Janice.
dissolved.
No, so the original owner passed it over to Lucy, I think, pretty recently. So it's been transferring ownership. She doesn't have a team. She basically does it by herself. I haven't heard anything from the DIC in months, but apparently some businesses
I don't think anyone
have
has
still
ever
been
since
paying
that
monthly
town hall.
taxes.
Remember that town hall meeting we had where it
was a shit show.
Yeah, that one was a fucking bloodbath. That was back when Abdul was mayor. That shit hasn't been brought up since. I know because I was looking into some stuff and as far as tax evasion goes, and it just doesn't exist.
Jesus.
Well, it's because
only product
taxes
tax
are currently very hard to evade, except for business tax. That's the only one that's like very easy to evade because the DIC doesn't press any kind of charges if you don't pay your business.
There's no
tax.
other tax either. You know what I mean? There's no you don't have an income tax.
You do. It depends, actually. Like if you're paid through a business account, the state automatically deducts income tax out of your payment. Like if you're paid through the app on your phone.
Right. Is the DIC like a public or is it private? Because
so it's
when
currently
you said
a privately
ownership.
It's currently a privately owned business. Originally under Abdul, it was going to be incorporated as an office under the state. I'm not really sure what changed. I know that there was like a massive shit show surrounding the DIC at the time. So currently it's privately owned. It's
someone destroyed the entire tax system, you know, benefiting all these
because the tax
businesses.
system was very, very different when I first got to town. You know, there was actually a form you had to fill out monthly. And
what kind of piece of shit would get rid of all the taxes for businesses? I mean, it's fucking disgusting.
I honestly think that the DIC didn't have the manpower to deal with the pushback. And I think that the mayor's office wasn't prepared to deal with the pushback either. But you know, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, good luck in getting that set up. I mean, I'm all for that. I mean, you know, granted, the second you do that, we're gonna have to fucking get a goddamn security detail for you. That's at least fucking 6 officers or something. Because when you do that, these motherfuckers are gonna go crazy. But
I'm gonna make sure that I go through all of the kinks and work with
what percentage
work with the judges
thinking?
And so basically it's going to be on a sliding scale where small businesses, it'll be like if you make under $100,000 in a certain in a 3-month span, then it'll be a 5% business tax. If you make between 100 and $500,000, then it'll be 6%, and if you make over $1 million, it's a 7% business tax, and that's on total income.
What type of information does it take to open up an audit? I would love to. I would love to be able to say audit these fuckers to somebody. That'd make my job great.
So basically, that was one of the issues is that you can't demand anybody's bank records unless there's legislation written around it, right? So basically, what we'd have to do
that would be
is
for the DIC to do, right?
Yeah, we would have to say, you know, if you don't pay your taxes within a 90-day period, because that's kind of what I'm thinking, so that people aren't doing it monthly. It's more every 90 days. If you don't pay your taxes within a 90-day period, you're subject to audit, right? And I think it gives people a pretty big buffer that they can pay any time within that 90 days for the last 3 months, right? So you know, we'll see. There's a lot of kinks to work out. I only just met with the DIC 2 days ago.
Big businesses, you know what I mean? Let's say let's take a business that's pretty massive, for example. Brian, what comes to mind as a business that makes a lot of fucking money to you? Uwu Cafe?
Well, the Diamond Casino Hotel,
Ooh.
right, makes a lot of money.
Yeah, Diamond Casino Hotel. You got any openings, by the way?
We actually do. I think we have a medium room, but
I'll buy one right. I'll buy it right now.
Will you give me the money right now?
I'll give you the money right now.
Do you want to go 50-50, Pred? Roommates.
We can be roommates if you want. That's not a big deal. They actually have a system in place to allow us to do that.
Yeah, we do.
How much?
If you guys want to be roommates? It's $25K for the room that I have open, I think, right now.
We'll
do it.
A week.
A week? Fuck it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
So, Ms. Mayor, if your period of time is going to be 90 days to pay your taxes, are you going to be raising the statute of limitations to 90 days?
So that's something that I really need to work with the DIC
It can't really. Do you want my opinion before you continue on? You can't really have it be 90 days because of the statute of limitations, right? I mean, even saying for it to be 60 days would be a lot. I mean, it might sound like it's a lot of work if you were to do it monthly, but if you did it even at the 60-day mark, let's say somebody on January 1st, right, did something fucked up and it got spotted out, right? There's a chance that, I mean, did something fucked up, there's a chance that it wouldn't be spotted out unless there was like legislation saying that there's no statute of limitations for financial crime.
So, right. I kind of see what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is, like, within that 60 or 90-day period or whatever it is, we're not actively auditing them that entire time. It's an honor system, right? They are not audited until they do not pay their taxes, which starts the beginning of the statute of limitations from the moment they're audited.
I assume there's some type of verification process. You know, they submit their earnings and they submit the tax that they paid, and then, or that there's
exactly
a projection.
Yeah. So we'll basically have like an open calculator.
Every business in the city.
I don't think we will, because at the end of the day, unless we have suspect to think that they're lying, like a small business saying that they're making $10,000, there's no reason to audit that business, right? I mean, if you look at how taxes work outside the city, you know, not everybody is randomly audited. Like your taxes are tracked, but it's up to you to report them correctly.
So let me tell you how financial crime kind of works. So if someone was to open a small business, right? And they report like small earnings through that, but yet you look into this guy's history and he's driving around in a Bentley, you know, so a financial investigator would look heavily into that. If you got this guy who's reporting $10,000 earned on a business in 90 days, but then he's driving around in a fucking WRX, he's got a mansion in the hills and stuff like that, then that guy would be completely open to a financial audit, because the government's going to want to know, hey, he's not paying a lot of taxes. Where is this money coming from for this guy? You know, and then it's kind of like there's a lot of questions that can be asked around this kind of stuff, because I was doing
I'd like to think that
at one point.
At least simple flags being like in place. Like, fuck, when did I hear this?
Yo, Petey, thanks for the 2 months, dude.
Something about like in the United States, if you deposit too much money into an account, it kicks off a flag to authorities. If you import more than $2,500 worth of goods from overseas, it gets flagged by customs. Now, obviously, 10,000, 2,500 is not a lot in the city, but you would think there would be at least some minimum flag set in place. So if you are some dumbass moving hundreds of thousands of dollars, well, why not kick their door in, or kick the door into their financial information?
Yeah, you're gonna find that there's a lot of like nuances around this kind of stuff. It's basically impossible to have pinpoint perfect legislation around it. But I think it's good, but then again, I'm a cop, right? I get my taxes taken out already. I already pay all my taxes, you know, down at the whenever I pick up a check. You know, a lot of people, you know, I don't really think it works like that for them.
Well, it's a good thing that you guys don't really need to worry about it.
Perfect.
Not wrong. To circle back, Bunny, how much is in the budget right now? Just for my own knowledge.
Well, I open up my financial investigation unit.
Gotcha. So we need to wait till the 15th. Is that kind of is there any wiggle room for you to reconsider here? Because like we're talking about like less than 1%. It's like what, 0.5?
No, I'm gonna wait until after. I'm going to wait until after I get to go through all the budgets.
This is a pretty big deal.